share through Discord?
Or that too, yeah, that could work too. I mean, yeah, I will.
That's what you did with me. It was really easy. That way he doesn't have to do Team Viewer, because Team Viewer can kind of be, you know.
Okay.
Well,
I need to wait.
well, yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out after the stream, not now. The train's going. Choo choo.
I love the way the train goes around. Let's watch the train in its realistic fashion.
Yes,
go around this corner. Here it comes. Watch the corner. Just like a real train. Look at that. Oh, that looks so real. If you like O-Gauge.
What?
If you're a big fanatic of O-Gauge, that's what it looks like. There you go.
What's O-Gauge?
There's some Lionel.
Wow, that was like a really nerd there.
A nerd reference? Yeah, I know.
I only know what you're talking about because my dad's into model trains.
Oh, that's thanks, Jared.
Nice one, Jason.
Yep, anyone who knows model trains will know that.
Jason, nice one.
Hey, Cuddy, see?
Anyone who's driven a train will know that that would derail.
I lost my connection.
Oh no, Daggerwin left the server.
Someone kicked me out.
No, Daggerwin. No one kicked you out. I'm the admin. I didn't kick you out. I'm delivering straw.
I lost connection.
Yeah, it's probably just lag. I just had a big lag spike. That's how I ended up like I did. Up on the side of a house.
That is not an American truck, JC. Way to keep it prototypical.
Yeah, but it's
oh, there's another model railroading word for you.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's an actual like farm truck that's actually prepared to be on a farm, not a semi that's
but
big.
we don't have Tatra in America.
Yes, you guys do.
I've never seen one.
I've never, in all my years being everywhere, ever seen a Tatra. That doesn't mean there aren't, but there aren't very many. If there are.
In my defense, I wanted to buy a normal one, but that's what JC wanted, so that's what I bought.
Well, it's
Wait,
still
what?
a speed truck.
Throw me under the bus? Yes.
Hey, you're the one that said you wanted a cab over, not
I know.
me.
Yeah, Jared.
Okay.
Jared is just pointing out now that our money is in euros, or my money's in euros.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm complaining about you not being realistic.
My money's not in Europe.
I know. I never changed it. That's because I was playing.
Who cares? Who cares?
No, I don't think so either.
TV though, definitely no.
Yep. I don't necessarily know that I would know a Tatra like 5 years ago, but in the last 4 or 5 years, I've never seen a Tatra. Doesn't mean they don't exist. Never seen a man here either, and the MAN trucks. I don't think we have those here. We really don't have any of the cab overs here, but sometimes we see them in the box trucks. So
Yeah.
I've seen, was it Hino or whatever it is, and
I see some older like Freightliner cab overs every once.
Right.
Kenworths. They don't make them new anymore. They're like the really old ones from way back.
Okay.
That somebody has really kept up.
Right. Now I did see some. I forget what the brand is, but I saw some Russian tractors here in Ohio one time. They were old, like old Russian tractors.
MTZ.
Yeah, like MTZ or something like that. I wasn't sure what they were, but they were.
Was it like was it like the big one? Was it like a small one?
No, they were little ones, old, like old vintage, like
old. I mean, it could pretty much be an Ursus. Like it could be that. It
could be.
It could also be a MTZ.
They were white, but they had the big wheels like the MTZs have, like
a
those big.
Belarus.
It looked like an MTZ, like or Belarus.
It could be either of those.
Captain Zank saw a man truck today. Now you are in. Where did you say you were again? Chile, Santiago. Yeah, we see Volvos all over the place. Yep. That's right, Timmy. Have any of you seen the truck with the three? Oh yes, yeah, it comes to our air show every year. I know which one you're talking about, you dog man. The rocket truck, the jet truck or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a monster truck with F-16 on steroids. Yeah.
It has three. It's three rocket boosters on the
Whoa,
back.
hi there, Jason. You're having a little drift event in our field. Come on, go across the ditch, jump across the ditch, jump across the ditch, jump across the ditch, jump across the ditch. Come on, I want to see you, Jason. Aw, you're boring. You didn't do that, did you?
Oh, that truck is. Oh, you went through the road. Okay. That's so funny, Captain Zank. Oh, because of the Brazil map, the Paraguay map or whatever. The Stancha.
Stancha La Pacha.
You take that and you do the straw if you like, or you go for it. I don't care.
Thomas Wazowski. We made our money back,
Alright, I'll
Thomas.
get
Good job.
started.
Yay.
Oh, that's right, Big City. Big City was with me when we saw the truck. He and I went to the air show together with the kids. I'm actually shooting that wedding tomorrow. My friend Dan's getting married. He bought us all box like Barnstormer seats, and the trade-off was I shoot his wedding for free.
What are we doing?
I didn't know that until we got there. He's like, "Oh, by the way, because I got you these seats, you're shooting my wedding for free."
JC,
I'm like,
that's an
"Oh,
abomination.
okay. Thanks."
JC's got an
American
European
trailer
truck
with the European truck. Yeah, I know.
with the American trailer. What the heck?
What the heck is that all about, JC?
Says the guy importing a fiance from England, but whatever.
Burn. Yes, but I am half English, so it runs in my blood.
Those darn European male order brides.
What? I don't think the UK is known for mail order brides, but I could be wrong.
I'm sure they have some.
I think
Alright,
it's
I
more
feel
like
like
right now. I think the hot spots are like Ukraine and Philippines.
Wait for what?
Mail order brides.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what? Well, that's because you don't. Yeah, that's because they come from Poland to America.
There's no mail order brides going in.
There are no mail order brides coming from the U.S. from Poland. Yeah, you can actually purchase a bride. It's a weird.
Oh, like people would rent themselves.
Yeah.
No,
Kind of.
Yes and
Not
no.
necess-
Yeah.
Like,
They sell
like,
themselves.
The girl
I thought-
signs up to a program. She gets sold to a guy. She gets a green card out of it.
Yeah.
it's basically you rent somebody to be a bride at your wedding. Okay.
No, it's you
No,
buy an
you
after
marry.
person you marry.
Marry them.
You married a person.
Oh, so you marry them, so that person gets a green card into the U.S.
Yeah,
Okay.
per- someone pays a fee for some girl from a different country, usually a less fortunate country or something, to come
Yep.
over to America or wherever and marry some guy in America. He
Yep.
pays for it. So
Yeah,
he
it
gets
pretty
a
much-
hot
it-
wife and she gets a green.
A dowry.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those weddings. That part, well, no, it depends. Yeah, it's basically like Larry said, it's legal human trafficking. I don't like it. I think it's a horrible thing. But it does happen.
It does kind of depend, because one of my friends, his uncle did it, and they've been married for 15 years. They're still together.
I would
Okay.
say
It's not
the difference.
completely illegitimate, but there is a lot
Right.
of it that's illegitimate.
And it's unlike human trafficking. They're not taken. They actually
Yeah, the
sign
women
up
are
for
volunteer, right?
It. Right, they
volunteer.
volunteer because they just want to go to America, and it's a way to go to America. So
America.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas-
Yeah.
whereas
I was-
human
I was-
trafficking, they're taken
I was
out, usually out of America.
Yeah, I was expecting for somebody to finish after America. I was,
Em-
No.
Emigration, emigration really keeps close track of that stuff now, though. It's much harder to do that than it used to be.
Yeah,
They're really, really strict. They want to see all kinds of records and photos and.
it's gonna get really hard once that wall goes up.
Yep.
Ooh, that,
Oh my god.
come on, Arthur,
Well,
just floor it. Just floor
no,
it straight ahead of you. Just do it.
The people that are coming in illegally are, there's a difference. The ones that are coming in with the K1 are coming in legally.
Timmy asked, "What is the return policy on those brides?"
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, not necessarily. You can also be like a jerk or socially awkward, right? I mean, if you ever watch that 90 Day Fiancé stuff, you see it happening.
The
there's
return
a
policy is half of everything you own.
Yeah, half of everything you own, right? What's up, Buddy Finch? You can guess what came in the mail today, my bride. Like I saw one where the guy lived with his dad, and he had some girl from Ukraine or Brazil or something come over, and then as soon as she got there, he's like, "Okay, here's where the laundry is. This is the kitchen where you're going to be cooking, and this is the dishwasher. I got to go to work. Bye."
Oh wow.
I mean, yeah, it was like that bad, and she was like,
No.
So there are people that do that. So not only the brides sometimes are messing around, like using the guys, but sometimes the guys are just using the brides as like basically mail order slaves. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's the whole thing is.
Disabled
It's a
start.
scam.
16. There we go. That's better.
It's a scam.
I mean, if I wanted, for example, to with me and my parents to like get a permit to go into the US and actually, you know, settle there, like live there, because if I wanted to get one for like
You need to get a work visa.
yeah, like I mean,
Or
if
a
I
student
wanted
visa.
whatever, like if I wanted to go there for like vacation for 2 weeks, you can get that easily. But if I wanted to actually, you know, live in the US, it would be a very hard time for me to actually get it because like
Right.
it's about like 10% that they review positively.
Yep.
Of all of the, you know,
What happened, Taylor?
of as people have said.
I left this time.
It's getting too choppy for you.
It's when I'm just sitting there, it's like around 30 FPS, and that's okay. But as soon as I start driving anything, it goes down to like 15, and that's
Yeah,
unplayable.
not
so I
playable.
just
Yep. Yeah, it really still goes on. It's kind of scary.
so I don't know if it's just my computer tonight, because the last time I played it wasn't that bad. So I don't know. What's
Weird. Could be all the harvesting stuff that went on, and now we have material all over the map.
could be.
I wonder if that's it.
I mean, it's Farming. What do you expect it's gonna be like if there's something more than one person driving around happening? There's gonna be lags.
We have a few more people this time too. So I don't.
It's weird. I mean, I'm definitely experiencing some slowdown, but not a ton.
I do know this map isn't like it's workable with multiplayer, but it's not fully optimized yet.
Right.
Because I know on when we were playing multiplayer on the on Ravenport, I had full 60. I had no problems there, no lag, no.
Right.
Bam,
Oh, weird.
blah, blah. I know I had an exit right there, Arthur, but it's a habit now. I just have to go over to this. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm addicted to it now.
Yes. Actually, Timmy, yes.
What's
So
like
the first time I ever watched 90 Day Fiancé, there was a lady that was a total sucker in Ohio, and she had a guy come over from the Middle East, and he was like at their it's like he would never. He's like, no, I don't want to kiss you until we get married, like I don't want to even touch you till we get married, and of course, he's totally getting his green card. And then the day that they got married, like he wouldn't kiss her because it's like for religious reasons, because it was some like religious holiday. And then he, of course, within 2 weeks he left. But then he came back because immigration found out. And here's the thing: you have to stay married, I think, for a couple of years before immigration will issue any kind of green card or anything. I mean, for sure it's 6 months. Like they will not allow you to get a green card. So like for Simone, she will not be able to work in the country as an employee until 6. You did see that one, okay, Captain? Yeah, obvious scam, exactly. The lady had no idea he was scamming her either. That was the sad part.
It's about 2 years. You have to remain married, or they can revoke it.
2 years, okay. And they also, the green card doesn't come, I don't think, until 6 months, right?
Yeah.
5 months or 6 months or something like that. So now, so legally she can't really work. So, Thomas, you want to marry an American bride?
Not really. No, I don't fancy going into the US actually.
How about Australia?
I mean, the only reason for me to go into the US is if I had a lot of money, then I would go in there, make myself a driving license, drive a Dodge Demon at the age of 16. That's the only reason. I'm sorry, but I'm just in love with the challenges in general. That would be the only reason for me to try some cool muscle cars in there.
If you wanted to drive a cool, fast muscle car, why would you come to the U.S.?
Because there is none anywhere else.
In Europe, you have the Autobahn. You can drive as fast as you want.
Yeah, but the issue is finding the supercar or the muscle car.
Yeah, that's the problem. I know the Autobahn is there, and don't worry, I'm gonna be taking my Golf Mark IV and
Well, then-
speeding down it, probably blowing out the bottom of the transmission on it. Don't you worry. But there's just problem with finding the cars actually, and like, you know, somebody renting
Yeah.
it, because there's
Well,
just
if you want an American car, if I was in Europe, I'd just buy a freaking Audi and go
Porsche.
have.
Porsche.
The thing is with the Autobahn is that there's some people that's trying to put 130 kilometers an hour speed limit there all over the place now.
Oh yeah, do you think it'll happen?
They want to bring the amount of accidents down.
yeah, they're trying to enforce that.
Oh, they are actually
Yep.
gonna put a speed
Porsche.
limit on it.
Porsche 911. Mark and I were looking at 1972 911s last night. The S model and the T model last night at his. I went over to dinner at Mark's last night. We were looking at old Porsches. Man, those 70s ones are awesome.
I'd want an
Oh, which one?
the Audi R8.
The R8.
It's
Or,
like
actually, my favorite Audi is the RS7.
Oh wow, Hamilton's.
Yeah,
RS7. Oh yeah. Okay, yep.
it's the single most it's amazing. I mean, what I want is an LS12 Volvo wagon. That's what I want.
A Volvo station wagon.
Station wagon with an LSX in it. Yeah, please. I want that.
I don't necessarily want the fastest 911. I like the vintage 911s. Like
I wouldn't think, you know, if you're looking at like
2.4 liter. I'm
if
happy
you're
with that.
yeah, if you're looking at older, you know, Porsches, it's not necessarily to buy the fastest. It's just you're looking for the one that you really like. Like, you know, like it's with cars like that, it's not necessarily about the speed. Of
Right,
course,
it's
with
about
the
handling, right, and enjoying the ride.
yeah, that's more of it. Like with the GT2 RS, yes, those are the fastest models, but they're not really, you know, like it's
I mean,
not
I'm sure they're
fun.
fun. There's
fun,
no question
definitely.
about them being fun.
Yes, it's just when you look at these cars, and especially with what you know, with what Arthur is looking at, you don't necessarily go for performance, but you go more for, you know, enjoyment out of it. And you know, if you like it, and if you really, you know, you would enjoy the ride in it.
Well, Mark is thinking about going to contract in Afghanistan, and he's coming back with a ton of money. He's like, I'm going to buy a Porsche. He's like, and I'm going to fix up the RX-7, and I'm giving it to you. And I'm like, okay. I love that RX-7. I love that car.
There's no Polish cars that are made. There's none, simply.
No, but he's saying like, you have cars in Poland, like actually have just like cars. In
No, I mean,
horses.
no cars.
like
I like
actual
the
Polish
RX-8.
produced cars, we just don't have any Polish produced cars anymore. I mean, we have Polish produced IFVs, APCs, I mean all of that good stuff, trucks, but we don't have any Polish cars, like, you know, Polish brands. There's just none of them.
That's right, Larry. He'd be making about 120,000 a year or more. But
Yeah,
he said he's going to buy a Porsche 911 and then give me the RX-7, and I'm like, all right. It has a sunroof. It's a 1980, so it's the original RX-7 body before they made it square. So it's like a real round, like it looks like a 1970s car. It's beautiful inside. It has the little green like Russian-looking gauges on for the speedometer and stuff.
I've got a full-size sedan with an LS3. It goes from 0 to grocery store in record.
No, I'm not looking for fast. I'm just looking for fun to drive. You know, a nice Sunday afternoon ride.
I'm sorry, Johnny, but Mercedes-Benz SLR Speed Light Racing.
That's so funny. Skoda is made in Czech Republic.
Yes. Skodas are not Polish, no. Like
No, by VW.
You know, I don't remember offhand, you dog man. I'm sorry. Once again, in game here, I can't really check that stuff until afterwards. Thomas will get you set up, but it was like Michigan FS19 _ Michigan map or something like that. I don't remember. I mean, that was like 2 weeks ago. I downloaded it.
Yeah, one car.
I got it from JC Breezy's link off of the
Discord.
The Discord and the Facebook page.
But one car that I would really like to have, and that's actually like reachable as would be a Skoda Rapid wagon, like the newest one.
Oh yeah, Skodas make cool. They're cool cars. I
Like
don't.
the Rapid looks so good, and especially
Yeah, they're good looking cars and they're fast. They've been part Skoda. Was it the Octava and the Fabia were both
Yeah.
in World Rally Championship. I mean, they're competitive.
the Rapid is more like a wagon. Still, they're cool cars. I would really want to have it. And like the US Rapid GT, that thing looks amazing for just a normal car. Like it looks
Right.
amazing.
There's a new one. What Happy Van Winkle? Sorry, new map. Oh, there's a new version of this map out today. We'll upgrade for next week.
No, the new one out is stolen.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Lambo and a Ferrari, a
I've
couple
heard of it.
Porsches. I'm gonna put them in my 50-car garage out back. You know, right now I'm just trying to keep my my $4,000 Kia Soul from breaking. That's where I'm at right now, finance-wise. I've got the check engine light that comes on all the time, the tires that don't work in the snow, and the right bearing is going bad, and that's about where I'm at with my cars right now, Johnny. The Lambo's really not on my horizon right now.
Kelly want a Lambo?
Not unless you can come into inheritance or something.
A pink Lambo, there we go.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a picture
Oh,
of
there
someone
you
with
go.
it was like a Honda with Lamborghini doors on the sides, and then there's a Lamborghini parked behind it with just regular opening doors, and it said Lamborghini doors. So terrible, even Lamborghinis.
Yeah, there's a lot of like stuff like that.
Sorry,
Oh, that's on the railroad tracks.
yeah, hopefully the train's not coming.
So a video on YouTube was some Australians that put a Honda Civic Type R engine into a Mini. It could just fit in it.
Into a Mini Cooper?
No, the old Mini.
Oh, the old Mini.
The
okay.
old
Now
one.
here people were taking, they were stealing Acuras and putting them in Honda Civics, like the engine in the Honda Civic. Like, why not just drive the Acura?
Because
Went to a
there's-
car
Why bother
show.
with the Civic?
Went to a car show a couple years back, and there was a couple guys there with Pontiac Fieros that had LS1.
Oh, sweet. Now that would be cool. I could see that, but
Yeah, like the whole middle of the car is taken up by engine.
yeah, right, John.
It actually went into the back, like into the trunk of the car.
I don't
That
like
doesn't
Bugatti.
seem safe. Those cars are really small.
I think the Bugattis are ugly. I don't like the Bugatti. They're fast, but
they're
I'm
not.
not I'm really not a supercar guy. I like cruisers. I want a convertible top or a sunroof. I just want to poke around. Maybe a 6-speed transmission, but it doesn't if I was a smaller guy, I would already have the Fiat Spider 124, the Mazda Miata version of the Fiat Spider. I love that thing. That car is amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Yeah, it's
wanna-
quick. It's got a convertible top. It's got a great transmission. It's fast. It's that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for around here. There's so many cops. It's like if you go over 50 miles an hour anywhere, you're gonna get a ticket. So it's just like I don't know.
Asking for trouble.
Yeah, you're better off just having a fun car to drive, but one that's not like super fast, because otherwise you're just gonna get into trouble. I had that Toyota, and I got 2 tickets within a year.
I mean, it's nice.
And it
to
was not a
have-
fast car. It was just like an averagely okay car, but it handled well.
I mean,
Ticket,
and
ticket.
it's fun to have a nice fast car. It's just it's also like if you want a fast car and you want to actually drive it daily, it should be a good cruiser and just daily car too. And if you don't want to, you don't need to go fast. And
Yeah.
you can just drive it like a normal car.
There's going fast because you have horsepower, and then there's going fast because you're a good driver. Hey Thomas,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop this tractor here. Can you empty it out and then?
Yeah, sure. No worries. No worries.
Even supercars, you could drive slow.
I mean, yeah, it's just they're not not dailies. Like they're not good dailies. I don't
Damn
know.
it.
right.
Like
Hey, no swearing.
What?
Who swore?
Jason.
I didn't hear-
JC.
Was Jason? Was
I
Jason
didn't
there?
hear that. I didn't hear nothing.
JC.
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing.
My kid has no soul left.
I didn't hear nothing.
Ooh, 76 Bonneville. That'd be nice. And I've got nothing against horsepower cars or anything like that. Like, I'm not saying supercars aren't cool, but it is impractical. Like, I don't know that I would want one because, like, if you watch the Grand Tour where Jeremy and Well, the three guys take the sports cars out, like they take the supercars into
Yeah.
Italy, and they can't even get like through the cities because they get stuck, you know, on
Too
the
big.
curbs, and there's like they can't park them because
Yeah.
they don't. It's just like forget it. I don't need that.
Well, that's why if I could buy a supercar, I've always
I want a
wanted
Porsche.
I've always wanted the Audi RS7 because it's got like 300 some
RS
horsepower. Like it's
But
really
it's a
fun,
good
got a lot of
driving
speed.
car. Yeah, it's a
Right, but
comfortable car to drive.
And it's a 4-door and it's a hatchback, so you've got room.
Yeah,
It's
and
comfortable, but it's
RS7
also
is
got speed.
RS7 isn't a supercar, by the way, just FYI.
Well,
But
no,
it's-
but
it's
it's got
close.
a
I
lot.
want
It's a fast car, yes. It's definitely
like a
sport
supercar, like
hatchback.
like a cool supercar that I'd consider to be like an NSX.
Yeah.
Because those are they're practical. They're made for driver comfort on top of the speed and the. By
That's
the
why
way,
I like my car. It's just a big sedan, 4 doors, lots of room, but it's got a freaking 415 horsepower Corvette engine.
What kind of car is it? Is it Impala?
Chevrolet SS.
Yeah, the Impala SS.
Oh,
Yes.
Not an Impala SS, just a.
Oh, just the SS. Okay. Oh, so it's a newer one. Okay. All right.
Yes. So
I'm thinking of the '80s one. You know the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
I know which one you're not. Like the big,
Yeah.
that look like the Caprice.
Yeah. What a cool.
Yeah, it's Chevy made the SS. It's a newer car. They made it after the G8.
Yep.
Okay,
I had a G8 before I had the SS.
Okay.
They're all
Oh, that's
based
so
off the
funny.
Holden Commodore, which is an Australian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holden
Yep.
SS is a Holden, basically, yeah.
Okay. Those are awesome.
I just took up a car and rebranded it, and whoop, there we go. That's a new
Hey,
Chevy.
hey Steve-Mo, what's it called? He said there's a new truck sim game coming out.
I saw it. It's just. I mean,
And like Benson said, the bottom line is, unless like I said, I get the RX-7, like it's cheap, and it's you know like Mark's car because it's fun to drive, it's cheap, it's you know what he paid like $3,000 for it or $4,000 for it, you know, but it's a nice car.
A car that I kind of always wanted that looked really cool when I was in high school was the Mazda RX-8.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
those are
that's
cool too. Yep.
The rotary engine that was
Yeah.
Well, that's what this RX-7 has. It's got that. Now the downside with the rotary engine is every 100,000 miles you got to replace
the seals, yeah.
which you got to take the engine all the way apart. Yeah.
To do that, you
That's
gotta
Mark's
either
needs to
you
be
know how to
done.
do it yourself, or you have to take it to a specialized mechanic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Mark's taking it to a place in Indiana that does it, and they have to do. I think it's like $600 or $800, but they're also doing like a 10 horsepower upgrade to it, and changing the exhaust out and stuff like that. So it's really not that bad. But yeah, they do eat oil. Yes, they do. Those rotors.
Yeah.
It does eat a lot of oil. Yeah,
They're-
it's.
Yes, but they will
I'll
also-
tell you what though, it's cool sounding when you start that thing up. It's like. I mean, it doesn't sound like a regular car. It's pretty neat sounding.
You ever seen the big built-up ones at the drag strips that with like no exhaust pipes? They are loud.
Yeah, I mean, Arthur, have you seen what the Velociraptor is from the Hennessy?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
The 6x6 Raptor. Holy moly, is that an amazing car! just driving that, like,
Oh yeah, the Alaskan Truck Simulator. Yeah, it looks pretty goofy, but you actually have to change your tires, and I thought that was cool.
it looks very, very, very,
Right.
very, very goofy.
Yes, Larry, you're correct. The concept of the rotary engine was a neat idea. In practice, it's a pain. You definitely can. And this was back in the '80s. Cars were not expected to last. You know, people bought new cars every 60,000 miles. The car was done. You know, if you got up to 100,000 miles, it was amazing. The rotaries go about 90, and they have to be flipped around. But that's why they got rid of them. Yeah, pretty much, Johnny. It's a unique sounding engine. It doesn't sound like a regular car engine. It spins up rather than firing up.
The really like built up turbocharged ones at the tracks, when they're idling, they just like they sound like nothing else. There's like blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rotary engine for you.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about practicality of supercars. If you're gonna be, if you're gonna have enough money to afford a supercar, you're probably living in a pretty big house with a lot of
Yeah, you probably
space.
also have a regular car that somebody drives you around in, right? Yeah.
Not
The other
necessarily,
cool
no.
thing with that RX-8 was it was a sports car, but because they put the half doors on the back, it wasn't considered a 2-door sports car. So for insurance wise, it was
insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean-
those are. I really like the RX-8. It got a really good review on Top Gear, but then he told about how bad. I guess it's really bad in bad weather, like in the rain. It's horrible, but
Oh yeah, well with the rotary
Hydroplane.
engines, like when it's cold out and stuff, you have to let them actually get warm before you shut them off, otherwise they flood.
oh yeah, Mark's
So,
done
like,
that before. Yep,
Start it up and shut it off, it will not start again.
yeah, Mark's done that. He's like, it won't start. I'm like, and we just looked it up. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Arthur, you can return both of the trailers. Because, yeah, I'm okay
Oh,
with
okay, okay, they're done, and that tractor too, right?
Yeah. All
Do
of
you want to grab the cedar from the shop and fill it up?
Yeah, sure.
Let me see real quick here.
I mean, you know, if you're gonna be buying a supercar, you probably live a different life. A big house, you have a lot of cars, and you don't necessarily buy them for, you know, using them. You just buy them for a collection. So, you know, it's a whole different, you know, idea of buying cars. Like, if you want a fast car for, you know, us, you know, not like normal people, you know, people that don't have millions in their account, you know, then just buy a sporty hatchback or a sporty sedan. There's no need for a supercar because that sporty sedan is gonna give you a lot of fun, but it's still useful. I mean,
Tank Prey, I would say to wait till next week, simply because we've only got maybe like 30 minutes or less left. 35 minutes. Go ahead and join. You know what? At 35 minutes, that's my time. Go ahead and join. That's fine if your mic is off. Just use the chat and join one of the farms where they're chatting using hand chat. Look for a farm that's empty or has.
Where I used to live, I had a neighbor down the street who had a separate building on his property just as a garage, and like every now and then he would actually, like, a big truck would come by and he'd have cars.
He'd have cars what?
Delivered on the back of a truck.
Oh jeez.
I mean, I don't know why, but I really got hooked on both the Dodge Charger and the Challenger. I mean, the Dodge Charger, the newest one, the like, it's a 4-door, and the Scat Pack is such a quick car, and it's like and you can still, you know, like, it's still a sedan. It's still a very, you know, comfy sedan that you can take around, and if you need to, you can haul butt very, very, very fast.
Yep.
I
know that feeling.
I get concerned about Chrysler. I hate to say it, but I don't know that I would ever buy a Chrysler. I've heard
They keep
and seen
mechanics in business.
Yeah, I've heard and seen way too many people that have had problems with them over a long period of time. Then again, I have a friend that has a Durango that has 300,000 miles on it, but he is a mechanic.
It's probably also a little bit older when they actually built them.
The only Chrysler that I still enjoy is their minivan. Town & Country is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad
I wouldn't
use all
ever
of
buy a.
Alfred, do you mind me giving Farm Manager real quick? I'll put on some wider tires on this because it has 10 horsepower less than this. I want to put the doubles on.
You
on
sure can. Let me get.
Of course, when it comes to choosing good cars, I probably shouldn't talk because I'm a Ford guy. So.
They make okay cars now.
I mean, I love my car,
What's
but
up,
every time you mention Ford, people are like, "Oh."
Found on up for dump.
Trucks are all right.
Yeah, they make good trucks.
That's it. What?
Did you see some American oldies in your town, Benson? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love them. I do like old American cars. I don't know if I'd buy one.
It's like my Ford Fusion has been like the best car I've ever owned. I absolutely.
Really? Yeah, my friend always gets Ford. He's got a Fusion. Is the Fusion the truck?
The Fusion is the 4-door sedan. They're
okay.
mid-size sedan.
It's like a Taurus kind of now.
Okay. Is it the Edge then? That's the.
Yeah, the Edge is like the crossover. Well, it's a little bigger than a crossover. It's like a smallish.
Okay. Well, then what other ones do they have?
Flex. Maybe that's the Flex something.
The Flex is
the boxy one. Yeah,
the Flex is the boxy one. It's kind of like their minivan sort of ish, but like a cross. You can get it with all-wheel drive, so I guess it's a crossover. Yeah. Then they got the Flex, that's like a smaller SUV. They've got the Echo Sport now, which is one of those compact SUVs.
I think my friend has the Flex. I'm pretty sure it's a Ford Flex.
And then, of course, you got the...
and he loves it.
The F-150, the Ranger, the Explorer.
Do they have the Ranger in America again now?
Yes, it just came back.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, my first car was an old Ford Ranger.
Yeah. Arthur, where do you want me to fill up? Are you gonna buy pallets or?
Oh, you can just get them. Yeah, just get enough seed to fill it and enough fertilizer to fill it. And we're gonna do soybean. Hey, what's up, little it?
The Tauruses, the FPISs, sorry, I'm talking police. They're pretty fun to drive around in. GTA at least. For police interceptor sedans, they're fun.
Oops. The only thing about this plow is it's pretty unforgiving when you miss stuff, but whatever. It'll get cultivated.
It's a long boy, yeah.
As long as we get most of the field done, we're fine. Responsible.
They make my car into a police interceptor now.
Which car? That's
the one I have, but the police version is called the Caprice PPV.
Oh, okay.
And the Ford the Chevy Caprice is a nice looking car too. It's pretty intimidating for a police car. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. But still, my favorite police car is just the Charger. I'm sorry, but it's the best police car.
Yeah, I see the police use Chargers around here. Mostly they.
Yeah, all the state troopers will use Chargers, and they have an SUV they use too. But most of our county, like our sheriffs, are going over to SUV.
Right, they all use SUVs.
Yeah, main cars use is either Explorers, or Chargers, or
because the Explorer is heavy now. You know what I mean? So it's got weight to it. They can use it to push cars around.
I mean, yeah, it's a very good. It's a very good.
Yeah.
It's a very police car. Like it's a SUV. If you need to, you can ram stuff off the road pretty easily.
Yeah, like, but they're heavy. They've got and they hold to the road too. They don't.
Yes, like they're very good. They're very good police cars. Simply.
You guys seen the new Chevy Blazer?
Yeah.
They look like they should have a Hyundai badge on the.
Yeah.
They don't look like Chevy Blazers. They look ridiculous.
The new Dodge Ram looks like the newest one looks so like from one side I like it, from the other I'm like, this kind of.
Oh, the Dodge pickup. I love that thing.
Yeah, I love the Rams. I would honestly love to have like 500.
Has anyone gotten the new Dodge Ram Rebel mod for 19?
Dodge Ram Rebel.
Timmy's, we mainly use Kias in Poland. You would see some some Splinters. You would see some Kias, but mainly Kias, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They use the Subaru Impreza, right, Hamiltons? I've seen them do that before.
I mean, Polish police just received have around the entire country received Kia Stingers, which if you don't know what it is, one nice car. Yeah. Yep. And you know, Polish departments just received those. So, and I actually saw one driving around where I live, so that was cool.
Yep, Ram's their own company now. That's correct. They are no longer Dodge.
Remember when the police in England used to drive Jag XJs around? Now they drive little hybrids that you could probably outrun.
It's a Jag.
I mean, you definitely won't outrun them on a scooter because they'll ram you off it. Have you guys seen?
Yeah, I've seen all that.
Yeah, because there's in the UK there's a lot of like moped thefts basically where people just go on mopeds and steal. The British police was basically done of them, so they just ramp those mopeds and just ram people off their mopeds. Like they don't care any longer. They just ramp them off the road basically, which is amazing. I just did the same thing as you, but I'm okay.
Which one do you want to do, Jeremy?
Oh, I know you can. I watched Top Gear.
Oh, I want to do.
Gran Turismo.
The one on top.
Yeah, Red 5. The police in Saudi Arabia is only made out of supercars and luxury cars, but that's
you want to get the rental item.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in Italy, like you see those, like you see those Lambos in Italy, but it's not like you see them every day. They're a very rare thing to actually see a Lambo, like in Italy. They're still there. It's just, you don't see it every day. You'll see it rarely.
Yeah, it's like here. They have the Corvettes for police cars. Very risky.
Do we have any fertilizer with the?
I mean, there's Corvettes, Mustangs, even. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you guys you see.
So do I need to get some?
In America, most of the Corvettes or Mustangs that are police cars are usually
some.
Make sure you stay to the left of what I'm doing. Don't go behind me or up and down those open lanes because those are my turning lanes, and I'll end up cutting into it.
Our state police used to have some Fox Body Mustangs as their pursuit vehicles a while back.
Oh, those are the coolest thing in the universe. Yeah,
They said some of the divisions still use CAD. Oh, weird. This is what we get for starting out.
What type of car is it they're using in NCIS? The TV series.
No, that's a Charger, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. I could walk under it.
I know if you go to places like Miami and stuff, sometimes you'll see the Corvette or Mustang police cars because they use them where a lot of the street racing and stuff happens.
Oh, right.
Oh, come on.
In Pirate Monkey, we're talking about a sea that in 1980 was a desert, and now it's like growing gigantic city because of all in the mine.
Yep.
I mean, it's just just how much money they make of oil, and that's why there is supercars in the police force. I mean, just imagine you go on your daily patrol and jump into a Ferrari 458 or even better, like a Bugatti Veyron.
I saw a Bugatti Veyron police car when I was in Dubai.
Thomas, you missed a corner.
Yeah, I didn't know what you're talking about, so I just thought that was what you meant.
No, I just meant here, like in these spots where I'm going up and down right now. Don't plant here yet. Just follow me. Back a long ways. Once I'm done with this, then you can do this. But I'm gonna cut this first, and then we'll. Yeah, so do the long stretch first.
I feel you. One thing that I very recently realized: Corvettes are not that expensive.
No, they're not bad.
The bottom end ones are actually relatively cheap for.
Yeah, for what they are.
But if you start going for like the special models and stuff, then you gotta shell out some money.
Yeah.
Just the normal Corvette that you would, go there. Oh, I just want that, and there you go. Like,
how much are they? Like 50?
60, I think, is where they start at.
For the US, I mean, it's a pretty fast car you're getting, and they're not, they're very, I was surprised how, of their price. Like, I thought, hey, that's gonna be more expensive.
Then you start looking at Z06s and things, and you're looking at now you're in hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
80 maybe. I haven't priced a Corvette in a long time because I've never really wanted.
Yeah, that's why I rented that Rodolfo, because he can fertilize and seed and cultivate all in one pass.
That's the one thing that I did hate that Ford did with the Mustang is they made such a base model that you see them everywhere, but it's not even a special car anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
now every grandmother has a freaking Mustang that's a base.
I know.
Yeah, Mustang with a 3-liter V6.
That's the same thing happened with the original Camaros, which is why I think they dumped them and then.
Just seeing a V6 Mustang, you just sad. Why does this exist?
I will say this though, I've driven the V6 Mustang. It's pretty fast. It's not a slow car.
I'm not saying it's slow or anything, but come on, a V6 in a muscle. No, just.
I know.
No.
Well, in the 80s they made a 4-cylinder Mustang.
Yeah, it was just.
Well, that was back when there was a gas shortage.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I don't want to take it, man.
It still probably only got 4 miles to the gallon.
I don't know. Let me try it, Jeremy.
The beauty now is
you
you can get a 6-cylinder EcoBoost Mustang, and so it gives you almost the same power as a V8, but you're not going to spend the fuel.
Yeah, but it's a Mustang. I mean, have you guys seen the newest Shelby? I mean, that thing just looks. Oh.
You're not going to put Flowmasters on your EcoBoost V6 Mustang.
No.
I got it.
I bet you there's people that have. I bet you I could find.
Oh, there's people that have, yeah, but it's it sounds like the car's got, went to Taco Bell.
Right, you shouldn't.
Right.
But they do.
I
do like that they do give some of those options in a way, because you have some people that like the look of the Mustang, but they don't need, raw V8 power. They're not doing all this crazy stuff.
Very touchy.
I mean, definitely, I understand where they're going from. It's just, as a car guy, I understand where it's coming from. It's just, as a car guy, just kind of...
As pure car guys, they hate it, but Ford loves it because people buy the Mustang.
I know.
Like crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Ford's making money. They don't care.
I know. I am fully aware of that, but as a car guy, it just hurts my soul that they do that.
Because of them doing that, the Mustang's the #1 selling, muscle car, but it's not they're not actually selling more of the high-end V8 versions. They're just selling a ton of the V6.
No, that's enough.
That's why my car got discontinued, is because they just don't sell enough of them for there to be.
Wait, no, this. Wait,
Maybe one more.
Although the beauty of that is now your car is going to hold value because they didn't make a whole lot.
I've heard of people having that issue before VH. Does anyone know he's trying to subscribe to the channel and he can't? Why Twitch does that?
Is if it's a Twitch Twitch Prime sub, if he's got a sub on another channel, it won't let him. Or if it's been less than a month since he last subscribed.
Ah, okay. That could be it.
Like when
you can only do one Twitch Prime at a time every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red 5 Alpha, yes, the both Mustangs are the best. I mean, yeah, like old, like, I don't know,
Get them
60s,
both?
70s Mustangs.
Jeremy?
Did
Did you get them both?
Yeah.
Alright. Field 30.
Yeah, my friend's rebuilding a 68, I think, or 69, something like that. Maybe 70. I think it's a 68 Mustang, and it's got the huge motor and everything in it. It's really cool.
Still here,
Fire
Bin
engine
Bin?
red. The Bugatti. I've seen them do that. The Veyron, yeah, the 268 mile one. I saw them when they tested it.
I mean, you saw.
I think they actually Top Gear actually I think set the record on that car.
I don't, but you saw the ticket that somebody got in a Bugatti, right? There was somebody in California in a Bugatti Veyron that the ticket was for a Bugatti 2-door, and there's only one Bugatti 2-door, and somebody got. I don't remember what what the speed amount was, but it was well over 100 and I think it was. Hold on, I'll actually search it up right now.
Oh, I see.
For 5 minutes, you can go the fastest. Okay. Timmy. Oh, there you go. Well, there you go, VH. I don't know why it wasn't letting you do it, but thank you for doing that to me. It has 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, it's just actually one of them had over, didn't it? Like 1,500 or something like that.
Well, they made another version that went even higher.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is a cool car. I mean, it's like 1,500 horsepower. I think there were 1,800, something ridiculous like that.
Oh, there's like 16 cylinders and like 4 turbochargers.
The sound, it's just got that roar. It's
the speeding ticket was issued in California. It was for over 210 miles per hour in a 65, and it was on the ticket. It was 210 miles per hour in a 65. It was just only a ticket.
Yeah, that goes into the reckless driving category. You probably would have a huge ticket.
They got to catch him first.
Right.
He got a ticket, so he stopped. I don't know why he would stop in a Bugatti when they,
What do they pull him over in a helicopter?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, they chase them and stuff. In California, it's kind of hard to get away.
There was a guy in England I know of who got pulled over, and when the police pulled him over, they said, "Why did you stop? That we had no chance of catching you."
He's like, well, I'm a good citizen.
I mean, there was this story in the UK when they released the Vauxhall. What was it? I saw a YouTube video about it. It was like a Vauxhall 4-door that was like a very sporty version.
Yeah,
basically,
the VXR.
Yeah, the VXR. Yeah.
It's the Vauxhall version of my car.
Yeah. Basically, when they released it, somebody stole one with like a certain plate, and just one criminal group just did robberies across the entirety of UK, and they just couldn't catch them at all because they were like rovers and stuff, and they there would be a call and the car would be just gone, and if they tried to chase it, it would just away from them because it was such a fast car. And
Vauxhall one had a supercharger. I think.
No.
Yes, the VXR had a turbo and not a super. I'm pretty sure.
Something.
I believe Jeremy Clarkson had that ticket up on Top Gear once.
Yes, he did.
I think it was $500 or something. It was on.
Yeah. It was. Actually,
Yeah, I know.
I have it right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited too.
Mato was out driving the Veyron twice, but Bugatti's own test driver actually broke his record in it. I think it was 431 kilometers an hour.
Which is for you guys in the US, it's around 4 times 6, 240 plus about
200 and something.
220, 200,
It's gotta be over 250.
JC's
No, not 250, no. 450.
250 was the record, wasn't it?
No. Maybe.
I thought it was 252 or something like that.
I mean, 431 kilometers would be 220, around 220, but I don't know what the record is. I'm not gonna tell you. I just told you what 430 kilometers would
I think
be.
Big City said
Almost
the
around.
Veyron holds the record at 263.
I'm pretty sure it's the Chiron now that holds it.
Or not, Chiron, yeah. And no, and
Yeah,
he said
new
there's
one.
another car. He said there's another one called like the Viper or something like that.
No, the Hennessy Venom is like,
Okay.
it's not an official.
Because it's not a production car.
Oh.
It's not. Yeah,
It's a
not
custom car.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll be done in about 7 minutes here, Red Alpha.
the Hennessy Venom is a Lotus. If you just take a Lotus but stick a 1k plus horsepower engine inside of it, that's what you get. Buying a Hennessy Venom. I mean, the Hennessy makes crazy cars. I mean, they make the Velociraptor. They just make so much cars.
The question is, which car has the fastest quarter?
Yeah, you know, those cars, it's not really, you know, which car has the fastest timer on the track, it's just who can go fastest. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a sausage, it's basically
We're not doing that yet, Pirate Monkey.
It's a sausage measuring contest, basically.
And we
what
changed
is.
it. We have to change that because we changed it from waxed back because Simone doesn't want to hurt me to I have to.
That would be the Dodge.
So would you change it to?
No.
Wait,
What'd you change it to?
Talk about it later.
wait, 50k for
Okay.
pink hair,
You don't
50k
embellish,
for
no.
pink hair. Okay, I'm actually gonna go and start a GoFundMe just for this. Please,
No, don't do anything yet. Don't do anything.
GoFundMe. Hey, there's
not-
this one crazy guy in Ohio
You
that
said that'd be fun.
like
Art, very
his,
fun. Fun for you.
yeah, it would be fun to laugh at you making your hair pink. I mean, someone would be, you know, someone would be happy
She'll
about
be gentle.
She has pink hair.
Yeah, she'll
Yes.
count to 2 before she rips it off.
And then pull it one.
Ex-wife has the kids tonight. You dog man, that is correct. This is my week off. I have to pick them up tomorrow night. So. I think
How's her
that's-
little nerve thing in her tummy going?
It seems like it's starting to get better. They're just hoping that it gets better, because then that means that she'll be not having that problem anymore. She's actually had a, as gross as this sounds, a bowel movement, which hadn't happened for like 4 months. So
Whoa, she hadn't pooped for 4 months?
yeah, I mean,
What?
Man, what the hell,
Well,
man?
I mean, after like a week,
Wow.
you gotta be thinking
I
like,
know.
What the heck?
uh,
So,
my gosh.
so hopefully, like that's sorting itself out. But she still was pretty sick this week. She had about, but it seems like it's starting to correct itself.
I wonder
So
what that first poop after 4 months is like.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
thank God,
Oh, my
probably
Lord.
like
Oh,
that's like
my
one of the best
gosh.
feeling things I've ever experienced.
you okay, Jeremy?
Yeah.
What do I think of Star Wars? Love it. Hey, Little, I saw Star Wars the original in the theater in 1978.
I'm kind of jealous of that.
78.
Yes. My
Alright.
grandma
You
my
couldn't
grandma
have-
and my mom went, and my grandma fell
You must have
asleep.
been a young kid, man.
I was.
Smart lady.
I
I
was
was.
6.
What?
5,
Fell
6.
asleep watching Star Wars?
My grandma fell asleep. I looked. I'm like, what?
Because I was only 2 years old then.
Yep. I
Smart
saw all
lady.
3. I saw all 3 of the original movies in the theater.
Oh, yeah? Awesome.
And man, I'll tell you what. You know what was awesome? When Blade Runner 2049 came out, our local theater did a special where we could see both movies in the theater. And I saw the original Blade Runner like 2 years ago in the theater, and man, it was unfriggin' believable.
Oh, shit.
What a gorgeous movie. And you'd never, even like on a nice TV, you'd never get the idea of what it really was like. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
The director's cut.
unbelievable. Yeah, it was the director's cut. The filmography is unbelievably gorgeous on that movie. The sharpness, the quality of the cameras that they used, it's an unbelievable movie.
Yeah,
I
it
was
holds
blown
up
away.
nowadays.
I was blown away. I enjoyed it so much better than the new movie. I like the new movie, but the old one was just, it blew me away. And I've seen that movie a million times, but that was the first time I'd ever seen it in the theater because I was a kid when it came out. I was not allowed to watch that in the theater, so I've seen all the Star Wars movies. Yes, I hated Episode 1, 2, and 3. They were terrible. I wish they would have never been made. Jar Jar Binks makes me want to throw up and then swallow bleach.
Just be quiet. Don't speak.
Jeremy, which one do you want to do next, bud?
But I like the new Star Wars movies. I think they're great. They're not the best movies ever, but I like them. They're good. That's right, John.
You want to do another fertilizing?
Yeah.
I do watch the Netflix. Was it the
14.
What about
what's the computerized cartoon one? I forget what it's called.
what about one?
Clone Wars and
Clone Wars.
Rebels.
Thank you. Clone Wars.
Clone Wars is the coolest
yeah.
thing
My
ever.
personal favorite
that'll
Star
work.
Wars is actually Rogue One.
Yeah, I liked Rogue One.
How
My
much-
favorite Star
how
Wars
much-
is Empire, but Rogue One is like way up.
Yeah, I think if I have to pick one, Empire Strikes Back.
How much fertilizer did you have left over, Jeremy?
2 will probably be fine.
Oh yeah, did not see that one in theater. I saw it though. But yes, I had I had all of the Star Wars toys.
All right, everything's there.
I still have my stuffed Ewoks, like the little
Oh, you
Ewok
got
babies.
Ewoks?
Yep, I had Ewok babies, but I had the Ewok Village. I had the AT-AT. I had X-Wing Fighter, Millennium Falcon. I just said Millennial Falcon. Can you believe that?
You have one?
I ended up selling them on eBay when eBay first came out, and so Star Wars toys were like going for a premium back then, and I made like $5,000, and they were in bad shape, like they were played with. But now, like pristine stuff comes up, and they're really not that expensive anymore. Some of it still is, but.
So my uncle had given me all of his old Star Wars toys, 70s ones.
Yes.
And then back when you were talking about when they started becoming real popular, when the special editions came out, he came back and took them.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Sold them.
I sold all mine just before special edition came out, and I did that on purpose. And
Oh yeah.
bought a real nice guitar and paid off a bunch of debt. But yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
but
what an uncle.
I agree, you dog man, but I also feel like George Lucas kind of lost direction, and that's why the like he had too much control. The reason why the first 3 were great was because there were other people involved, like including Steven Spielberg and like some of these other guys, and I feel like Lucas lost focus, and it made the movies cheesy.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't like Star Wars Battlefront, Johnny. I've tried to play those games. I'm not. Once again, I don't really like multiplayer shoot 'em ups. I'm not very fast, and so I just walk in and get killed. It's like playing Red Dead. That's why Moni and I quit playing Red Dead online, because it's like you just walk around and people kill you. And I'd rather play the game and enjoy it. But Battlefront's okay. Like I've played it before and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I played it for like a week and then gave up on it. I do like. I played all the Jedi Knight games. What was it called? Like with Kyle Katarn. Dark
Forces. Dude, those were the first games I played online.
Jedi
Dark Forces
Academy
was the first one I played.
Okay. Yep, Dark Forces and Jedi Academy. I love those games. Are great. I love those games. A Quiet Place. I've never heard of that before.
It's the movie where people aren't allowed, like if they make noises,
They
some
can't
crazy
speak.
monsters will come out.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah, they can't
horrifying. I don't know if I'd like that. I don't like horror movies. I don't even like.
It was directed and acted by Jim from The Office.
Really?
Yeah, and his wife played the wife in the movie, Emily Blunt.
Not Pam? What happened to Pam? Just kidding.
Oh, I know, right?
Timmy, you're still.
How do you give up Pam?
I know. Pancakes. Oh, Knights of the Old Republic. Yep.
Right.
Great game.
Pam and her Pam-Pams.
Pam-Pams.
Knights of the Old Republic. That was a great game.
John
Carver?
Clancy. Okay. Timmy, thank you so much, man.
Star Wars games were great until EA got a hold of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, then EA
Everything's
takes the
great.
exclusive license and makes 2 crappy games and nothing else comes out.
Everything's
That's
great
great.
until EA gets their hands on them.
Yep.
EA destroys everything.
I mean, Bethesda's getting the reputation of being not a nice company too right now, and
Yeah.
This past year, like it seems like all of the really big game developers just all went retarded at the same time.
Seriously.
Yep.
Like everybody just went.
It's because they no longer care about making a great game.
They
It's
just want
just
money.
about how much money.
It's about
can
keeping
make
the
up.
shareholders happy who don't play games.
They just, they just can't push the game back. They got to get it out. Got to
And
make it
Thomas-
earnings.
That's why we live in a generation where you make a game and you pay $60 for it, and it's not even complete because they come out with a billion DLC afterwards to finish
Yeah, you
it.
got to keep those quarterly numbers up.
Right.
Yep.
What do you want
EPS,
each
earnings
one
per
of?
share.
Thomas, don't come back for a while. Let me get this row done, and then I need to start cutting back and forth on the field so you can take a break. Actually,
Yeah, and then that's
I need to call it.
why you get, multiplayer games that are pay to win because you got to buy loot boxes and spend extra money on this.
Now, I'm going to have to get going, guys. So I'm going to park the tractor at the end. Thomas, if you want to take over plowing, you're welcome to. I'll leave the server on until, for another 2 or 3 hours if you guys want to keep playing.
Yeah, until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, whenever I remember to turn it on. JC, do you know how to shut it down?
No.
Oh, no, you don't. Never mind. I'll just do it. But I'll have to remember to do it when I go to bed. So, ladies and gentlemen, watching on Twitch and on YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed this exciting episode of Michigan Farm. And I hope you guys had fun being here, those guys that are playing. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next week, next Friday night for the Michigan Farm. And we'll then, I don't know, the following week we'll be off, but the next time I'll be streaming will be Monday. And we'll be doing The Sims 4. Have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be on there.
Bye, YouTube. You're my favorite.
I'm
Ciao.
sorry. I forgot. I already cut it because I'm an idiot.
Ah.
Yeah, when you going to
What's the matter, Jer?
when are you taking a trip?
We're not. That's kind of what happened tonight. We found out that that Vale